This is day 25 of our challenge until we hit 1,000 subscriber on YouTube. We are tasting a different Canadian wines every single day. So welcome, welcome. I'm Carl, and we're going to talk today about Cabernet Sauvignon, which is not usually a grape that we think of when we're talking about Canadian wines. But hey, first and foremost, if you're joining for the first time, hit the bell below, subscribe. The goal is to hit 1,000 subscribers as soon as possible. And we are on every single day. And today we'll review some Cabernet. I have not only one, but two wines today. These are from Ice Cellar in Niagara-on-the-Lake on the 4 Mile Creek appellation. And this is really, really exciting because these wines are big, are bold. These wines are the antithesis of what people think that Niagara Cabernet Sauvignon is. It's funny because earlier this year, I said, you know what? I think I'm going to make a point of tasting more Cab Sauv this year. I want to make it a point of focus. I want to understand more the Canadian terroir in terms of Cabernet Sauvignon. And I've heard enough people saying that no, Canada don't produce good Cab Sauv. We can ripen Cabernet Sauvignon. It's not warm enough and can I have enough of that bull crap. And I made a point. I'm going to try as many Cabernet Sauvignon as possible this year. And we already, I mean, the Iconoclast 2015 from Fairview Cellar made it to my top 10 wine of the year already. An absolute bomb. The Silva 2019 Cab Sauv with 94 point is an absolute beauty. And now we tasted Mary Nesson from Niagara-on-the-Lake as well with Mary Nesson. And they're the first one to plant Cabernet Sauvignon vines for commercial wineries. John Mary Nesson was a visionaire, was like really had that vision that yes, Canada can ripen Cab Sauv, and bam, yes. We also tasted from Niagara-on-the-Lake as well on the 4 Mile Creek, Bella Terra Vineyard with their 2020 Cab Sauv, 93 plus points. Another wonderful example of Cab Sauv in Canada. I mean, there's a bunch. I know that our friend Rob Amersley at Black Market does an awesome Cab Sauv. There's a bunch. Mount Boucherie in BC as well. There's a long list, but I want to taste more. I want to make it a point. And today we have the 2018 Ice Cellar Cab Sauv. And woohoo! Lots of crystals on this one. Yeah, look at that. Hey, lots of crystals. That's exciting. So things that I have my Enovino. So we're going to put the Enovino in that. This is the 2018. And the other one that I want to taste right alongside, it's the same vineyard. It's the 2017, but this one is the Reserve. So Reserve Cab Sauv 2017 with only 270 cases made of that. And the 2018 regular, which has spent 18 months in French and American oak. So Ice Cellar are known to make big and bold reds from Niagara-on-the-Lake. They're probably the prime example. I would say probably there's Big Head making some big bold reds, but some of them have Appassimento. I think to me, Ice Cellar, it's probably was the closest of some of our BC producer can produce. So I remember meeting Adnan Isel all the way back in 2020, the first time I went to Niagara-on-the-Lake. Marcel Morgenstern, a good friend, took me for an extensive tasting with Adnan. God bless his soul. Adnan left us late last year, very suddenly, but I'm so happy to connect with his son, Tolga Isel, which he's amazing. He's taking on the legacy of his dad, and Tolga and I have planned that feature together. And obviously, the sweetheart Elif Aisel, Adnan's wife. So now, like, they keep going really hard, pushing the brand, pushing the legacy of Adnan, an incredible project that he put together in Niagara-on-the-Lake. And I mean, from the whole geothermal system, with completely, they're completely independent on terms of energy on the estate. Adnan was one of the very first one to push the boundaries of big and bold reds every single year. He didn't make it a something like bold red only when on good vintage. No, he made his portfolio the center stage of bold reds in Niagara. And when I tasted that for the first time, I was like, holy smokes, these wines remind me some of the, like, I was joking with John Skinner and also Daniel Hutton at Fairview Cellar, John Skinner at Painted Rock. I say, I know you guys, because they make big and bold wine here in British Columbia. I was like, you know what? I think I found your Ontario counterpart, Iceller, because they make wine just like you guys. They focus on big and bold red. And so anyway, that's fun. So now today we're going to taste these two wines alongside each other. So the 2018 vintage here. Okay. Yeah, my counterpart is not here today, but she might arrive in a few minutes. She had to do a kids drop off somewhere, but yeah. Now I Novino my 2018. Now how about I do a Novino as well, my 2017 reserve. What is that tool here, right? That's my Novino. I've been talking about Novino a few times here and there. I mean, what does it do? You see, well, here. See those holes, right? And here, there's kind of a metal stroid right in the middle. So the wine, what it does, and the key part as well is that silicone rim who goes right in the neck of the bottle and fits perfectly. So it's a perfect pour, right? It pours absolutely perfectly. Also with the air, aerate and also filter the wine. So this is a three-in-one tool, perfect for tasting rooms, for wineries, and it decants your wine one glass at a time. Holy smokes, that 2017 reserve is expressive. I can smell it from here, literally from here. Woo! Holy smokes, yes. 2018 a little bit more muted. So let me talk to you a little bit about the difference between the 17 reserve. What's the difference between the reserve program and the regular wines, right? Because I believe, so I mean, reserve, it's not a term which is legislated by the VQA. Sometimes, like if you go to the whole world, right, there is some. If you go to Tuscany, if you have the term reserve, well, it's legislated. You have to respect certain rules to put the reserve on. It's not the case in Canada. It's not the case. It's not like if you put, let's say, 4 Mile Creek on your label, VQA 4 Mile Creek, that you have to have 100% of your fruit coming from the 4 Mile Creek. Reserve doesn't mean at that level here in Canada. So, but I know that when a vigneron decide to put the reserve on their label, that's mean something in a sense that, okay, there's probably a barrel selection, maybe extra times in oak, extra new oak. So let's see here so 2017 was an excellent vintage. I would say with more potential than the 2018. 2018 was a little bit more difficult vintage in Niagara-on-the-Lake. But what does Adnan did in 2018, though, he, for the first time, extended his oak aging from 12 to 18 months to give the wine more oomph, more body, more oak influence. So 2017 here, it's the follow suite of 2016, which was the last outstanding vintage, with 2020 and 2016 in Niagara is the two bomb vintage, I would say. But yeah, and here it's a barrel selection of the best selection of the 2017 harvest for this, and with 12 months in oak here, mostly new oak, I believe. So we'll see what do we have on the palate and on the nose, because this is very freaking exciting to get these two wines side by side. So if you don't mind, I'm going to start with the non-reserve. I'm going to start with the 2018 here, which I noted that it was a little bit more muted. The 17 is absolutely expressive, a little bit more savoriness on the 17. So what am I expecting here? A colder vintage Niagara. I mean, I'm expecting something a little bit more on the acid side. But let's see what they can do with big and bold reds like Cabernet Sauvignon, a late ripening grape, which Niagara is not known to produce. But I mean, Adnan made a living of changing people's perception about the 4 Mile Creek and about the potential of the Isel cellar, the Isel vineyard in Niagara-on-the-Lake. So let's give it a try. At first, there's that graphite, that grill true Cabernet Sauvignon expression, that graphite's coming up right out of the gate. That's good. The fruits are ripe. It's nothing green in there. It's I mean, 2018 now, we're talking about an 8-year-old Cab Sauv, perfectly integrated. I can feel the oak. I can smell it too. I mean, we got those vanilla notes. Definitely after I get that floral, graphite, tobacco, cedar, I got vanilla. And after that, I got all of these beautiful fruits, black currant, cassis, blackberry, and the whole barrel effect, like that whole spice, Christmas spice, cinnamon, clove, pepper. I'm really excited to see how that one, because right now this wine shows better on the palate than it is on the nose. It's fairly close on the nose, not so expressive, but I can't wait to see how the palate is developing over the next 5 to 10 minutes while we're here together, and over the next 20 hours. So tomorrow I can retaste them with you. By the way, I'm going to give you a little update on our Carmenere as well from Black Hills, now open at least 3 days. We had a little chat about it yesterday to see, like I just wanted to see another day. And I completely took the cork off this afternoon just to give it more air. So I want to push the limit with that Carmenere from BC. So that's my 2018 Ice Cellar Cabernet Sauvignon. So I'll give it another sniff, another taste, and I will give you a preliminary score, okay? My first opinion, my first flash score, right out of the gate of it. For record, a tougher vintage in that region. I'm really happy with that. This is a $50 wine, I believe. Let me go check here on my, $49. So very well priced for a Cab Sauv. I know Adnan does it like the big wine regions around the world, and like Burgundy, for example, he prices his wines according to the quality of the vintage. So if a vintage is an extremely performing vintage, the price are going to go higher. If it's a tougher vintage, he's bringing the price down. That's what he used to do. But definitely, like tall guys is continuing the legacy of his dad. So yeah, I like that. To me, not extremely long on the finish at this point, but what I like is there's no green note at all here. There's a nice acidity. My mouth is watering. The tannin are getting well resolved. 8 years old, so there's nothing too aggressive. Even though that I like the aggressive tannin personally. I'm the type of guy that I really like my wine in their youth. But we're talking about 100% Cabernet Sauvignon here. So I mean, this is a beautiful reflection of Cab Sauv. This is rich. This is bold. Extra, like I mentioned earlier, that extra 6 months in barrel for the first time that Adam went into that way. So to me, it's at least a 92 points at $49. 92 points. I'm leaning towards 92 plus. And this score will probably evolve in the next couple days, depending on how the wine itself evolve. But I'm fairly impressed with that pop and pour right out of the gate. And to be honest, I love that $49 price point. So now let's go with the big boy. That's the Reserve Cabernet Sauvignon. I know that they did Reserve Cab definitely in 16, definitely in 2020. Definitely, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, but they produced a reserve line only in outstanding vintage. So 2017 has also a reserve line. So now let's give it a go. So okay, that's the reserve. It's 24 months in oak. So that's the thing here. Okay, so previously to 2018. The non-reserve line was doing 12 months in oak of aging. So 2018, they had 6 more months, so 18 months. But the reserve lines are 24 months in French only. There you go. Where is the precision here? Yeah. More. So there's more oak on the nose, definitely. That's right there. There's more savoriness, a little bit more herbaceousness as well. That sage. Yeah, definitely. Black currant. Cigar. That graphite is right there. There's some sweet blueberry liqueur as well. Oh, this is a 95-point nose. Whoo, these smokes that I love the nose on that. Ha ha. You know, on the nose, that there's some extra in there. You know it. You feel it coming. Well, first and foremost, you got a 14.8% alcohol on the 17 reserve, a 13.9. So there's almost a point alcohol. There's definitely a difference on the length. Definitely a difference on the texture. There's a hint of freshness as well, right down the core of that wine. There you go.
Hi.
There you go. Oh, now you're not allowed to sit here until you go get 2 glasses.
Well, can I steal yours?
Okay.
No.
Of course you can. So we are working on the Novino right out of the gate. And that's Mira here. She's starting with the big boy. Right out of the gate.
I love Syrah. And I love Big Reds. So this is very exciting here.
Yeah. So these are the 2 caps. So we have 18 and 17 in reserve here. Okay. So you're starting with the big dog. I gave 92 points to the 18, $49, which is very, very well priced. Okay, I'm just giving you a little breakdown here. I haven't scored the 17 yet. Just had the first nose and the first sip. Like I said, I love the complexity. I like it's still fresh. I really like that. Now we're at 9 years old here. The oak presence is definitely more in here, and I feel the acid shows better here than here. Complexity absolutely blow me away. There's so much layering here, like
these are beautiful wines. We had a member commenting earlier a little bit that they love the Wyona Wanda.
We don't Wyona Wanda.
From
yeah. This is the Cabernet Sauvignon led blend. Arena is Merlot dominant. Wyona Wanda is the Cab Sauv dominant.
And this is pure Cab Sauv.
Pure Cab Sauv here. So this is the 17 reserve. Only 270 cases of that made.
Wow.
At this point here, pop and pour all of the Novino. I would say I would give 93 plus at that stage.
Yeah, it's a solid one.
And I have a feeling that it's just gonna improve over the next couple of days. So these scores are not set. Yeah, isn't it? They are not set in stone. As much as the wine is gonna evolve, the score might gonna evolve as well. These are two fantastic. Now let's check the price, because I don't know the price of this one here, of the 17 reserve. So now, if you allow me to double check here, we're at $95. Okay, so here is that's $49 for the 2018 regular.
Wow.
So we're talking double the price, right? There's one thing that I have to say. I love the 18. It's worth the price. It's worth the $48. That's for sure. It's over deliver its price point, to my opinion. Now here, for a double the price, the complexity of that wine absolutely justify the $95. The complexity of that wine, it's noticeably more complex than the 18 regular. So I say that price is justified because the complexity is just so much more on the next level. This is super premium price point, but also deliver a super premium sequence of layers and, like I said, complexity and intricacy. So yeah, I believe that these two wines are totally. This is the 2018 over deliver is price point, but the 17 reserve, I mean, absolutely matched the $95. Right.
They're both really good,
but I mean,
you can tell this is a different kind of pedigree, and the legs hold.
It's
got these
different, and then you also seeing in the color, right?
Oh, they're both very concentrated.
But this is really, really, really concentrated. So yeah, fun experience. At this stage, I'm at 92 points for the 2018, and I'm at 93 points for the 2017 reserve. If you have any questions, feel free to put a question here on the chat. I'll be happy to reply to you. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button.
We are heading out to Prince Edward County. We're coming touring May 1st to 3rd. First time in Prince Edward County physically. We've featured several of the wineries from there and tasted tons of wines from Prince Edward County. So we're super excited.
Yep.
So if that is someplace you can get to May 1st to 3rd, that is going to be a bucket list style experience. Don't miss it. Come join us. We're going to be meeting with winemakers, doing behind the scenes at wineries, tasting Canadian wines from coast to coast, alongside with Prince Edward County wines. It is going to be epic. So these are just a couple pictures of the kinds of things we do when we go out touring. I mean, that's us up at the top of the Similkameen.
We can expect
a varietal marathon,
barrel tasting,
tailgating with winemakers.
We don't do that usual 3 to 5 wines on over the counter. These are
No.
filled with special
No,
wines.
thank you.
No, no,
And
thank you.
This is the ultimate. We're also going to Burgundy, and there are 2 spots left. There is 1 extra bedroom.
I don't know
at
if
the
you see,
chateau.
like go back. As you see the sign here behind the wines, it say Romani Conti. Oh yeah, that's the wall. So we were there with 4 Canadian wines at the wall of the Romani Conti. Her and I,
Because-
that's so funny. People were looking at us, saying like, "What these guys are doing?" We were sampling Canadian wines at the wall. Yeah,
It was pretty fun.
pretty funny. I even give a phone call to Chris to Keith Dyer,
From Prince
winemaker
Edward County.
at Claus and Cheese, where we're going to spend time with him while touring back in a couple months. So anyway, this is Ice Cellar, 2 different Cabernet Sauvignon, 2018 and 2017 Reserve.
So, one last question, Carl Boucher. So, if someone's wondering, can you really ripen and cellar Cab Sauv from Canada? What's your answer?
My answer is absolutely yes. There's absolutely no doubt about it. And I mentioned earlier during the show, many different examples, like the 2015 Iconoclast from Fairview Cellar, 2019 De Silva. Also mentioned the 2020 Bella Terra. Now, Ice Cellar 18 and 17. The answer is yes. Thank you to John Mary Nissen to plant Cabernet Sauvignon
In the
vines
1970s.
in the 70s to say, F you, everyone. It's going to work here. It sure does. So, our Cab Sauv are very much better priced than the Napa Valley Cab Sauv. I'll tell you one thing. We're at a fraction of the price. Give it a try, because those Cab Sauv are absolutely spectacular. Thank you. We'll see you for day 27 tomorrow.
Yeah, hit subscribe. Cheers.